Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the month of January, or whenever this video finds you. I don't believe in coincidences, so I trust that you will receive this message exactly when you're meant to. I like to always start our readings off with a little bit of Palo Santo. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the sacred Palo Santo tree for raising our vibration, for raising the energy of our environment as well. If you're new here, Gemini, welcome. Hello, I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer. I'm a women's coach, a retreat host, and I like to do these videos here on YouTube. And if you haven't yet, make sure that you do check out the annual forecast that I did. It's for the collective of everyone who finds that video, but then there are also individual readings for each of the signs as well. And as always, Gemini, if this reading isn't resonating with you, please leave it for someone else. It is a collective reading, not an individual reading. And if it is not resonating with you, or even if it is, I encourage you to check out all of the major placements in your chart. Your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising, your Venus, or anywhere else that feels important to you. That can all paint the picture as to what your month ahead is going to look like. So let's get started with your primary energy for the month ahead. What is the primary energy for the Gemini collective? And I apologize if you can hear the background noise in my house. I just realized you might be able to hear that. Gemini, I'm getting for your primary energy for the month ahead, Metamorphosis. This is a beautiful card that tells us that you are going through a major transformation right now. And I just want to remind you, as everyone's talking here about the number 9 year that we just had in 2025 coming to a close, cycles ending, completion, shedding, releasing. And as we enter into this new year, 2026, which is the number 1 year, the year of the horse, forward momentum, new opportunities, we are still in that number 9 energy, okay? I don't want you to get caught up in, I should already be over this. I should have already released everything. I should have already let everything go, shed everything, because Mother Earth's new year doesn't happen until the spring. So these first couple of months of the year, there's still going to be an opportunity for us to release, to shed, to go within, and really and truly take a look outside. I mean, all of the animals are quiet. All of the plants are quiet. Humans are the only ones that are going crazy and go, 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 do, making New Year's resolutions and filling the gyms full of people in January. Everything else is quiet and sleepy. And that's exactly how it should be this time of year. Now, when you receive the Metamorphosis card, what it also tells us is that you could still be in the transition process. The caterpillar goes into the cocoon, they turn themselves into soup when they're in there, and then they emerge as the butterfly. So if you feel like you're going through the soup in the month of January, so to say, I want to remind you that on the other side of that is the transformation that you've been working so hard towards, Gemini. And I know you have been working hard towards this. I can feel it for sure in your energy. So Metamorphosis, that's your primary energy for the month ahead. Can you feel this transformation? Have you been working hard? Have you been releasing and letting go? Is there still maybe a little bit more work to do as you are turning yourself into soup here? That's okay if there is. Let's see, what is the biggest challenge for the Gemini collective in the month ahead, please? What will be the biggest challenge for Gemini? And I like to look at this because the toxic positivity movement drives me absolutely crazy. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. We do have challenges. We do have blind spots. So I like to look at those. What is the biggest challenge for the Gemini collective in the month ahead, please? Okay, so I'm getting celebration, but it's coming in as a challenge for you. So what this really tells me, Gemini, is that there could be an opportunity here for you to really take a look at how far you have come. You might not be exactly where you want to be on your journey yet, and that's okay. I mean, our journey is never ending, really. So there is no final destination. Usually we make these goals for ourselves. We have these dreams, these desires, these aspirations. And then by the time we get there, we're thinking about what else we're calling into our life, right? This is saying, take a moment in this month and really evaluate how far you've come. I feel like for some of us, Evaluating the year happens in December, towards the end of the month. And for some of us, evaluating the year comes in January. And I feel like that's definitely the case for you, Gemini. Evaluating your past year and seeing how different you are from the beginning of 2025, how much you've grown, all the lessons that you've learned, and really take that time out to celebrate yourself, to celebrate how far you've come. When we get into that energy of celebration, when we take the time to celebrate how far we've come in our journey, we attract more of that growth, more of those lessons learned, so we don't have to go through the same lesson over and over and over again. The fact that it's showing up as a challenge for you tells me that it might be a bit of a challenge for you to even acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your hard work. I'm getting like, don't be your own biggest bully, right? We can all be so mean to ourselves in our head. It's ridiculous. You know, a lot of you know I worked as a fat loss coach for over 7 years. And the hardest part of that was all the negative self-talk, all the limiting beliefs, and I can't want it more than somebody else, right? And some of us have that belief in ourselves and some of us do not. Many of us have failed at lots of different things. And then that makes us believe that we're always going to fail because we failed once before. And this is saying, don't be your own biggest bully. Don't be your own worst critic. This is saying, take a look and see how far you've come because you've accomplished so much. You've grown through so much. Yeah, Gemini, there's definitely something here for you to celebrate in this month ahead, okay, as you reflect upon the year that has just passed. And tell me, please, what is in the blind spot for the Gemini collective, please? What blind spots do Gemini have? All right. Well, you guys, I'll call this deck my tough love deck. By the way, this is the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith. I use it on all these videos. I love it so much. And what we're getting here for your blind spot is the Mirror card. As within, so without, right? Everything that's happening in your life is a direct reflection of what's going on the inside. So if you are in conflict with other people, then you are in conflict with yourself. If you are living in chaos, then you've got chaos going on within. Everything that is happening in your external life is a reflection of your inner world, as within, so without. If you're attracting people into your life that don't treat you well, then take a look at how well you treat yourself. And this was a big common theme in the 2026 annual reading for everyone, was coming back home to yourself, reconnecting with your true self, reconnecting with your body, reconnecting with your intuition. And this is saying that everything that's happening in your life right now is showing you what's going on with yourself. Remember, our triggers are our teachers, right? So if someone or something is really triggering you, instead of asking like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? Why are they doing this to me? Ask yourself instead, what is this here to teach me? And I know this sounds like so cliche, spirituality 101. Yeah, I get it, but only because it's so true. And it's a practice, right? It doesn't happen overnight. You don't just all of a sudden, oh, okay, my triggers aren't going to bother me. I'm going to let everything roll off my back. No, it definitely takes time. It's a practice. It's a practice, but this could be an opportunity for you to even do some literal mirror work, particularly those of you who do have body goals. You know, I always say that no diet or workout program will ever work long-term if we're not healing from whatever caused us not to love ourselves and love our bodies in the first place. If we're not healing from whatever disconnected us from our own intuition and disconnected us from our own bodies. You know, I ran the Muscles, Macros, Mindset program for 7 years and hundreds of women went through this. And I would encourage some to do mirror work, but only when you're ready. But the fact that you got the Metamorphosis card, the fact that it feels to me like you're in the soup, you're not the caterpillar, but you're not quite the butterfly, you're in the soup. This tells me that you're ready. This is the perfect time to be doing this mirror work. And, you know, if mirror work isn't speaking to you, that's okay. But this is an opportunity to go within and to look at yourself Black obsidian can be really great for when you're ready and willing to look at your own shadow. Looking at your own triggers, like what is it that's really causing you to feel out of harmony? There's a reason that that's showing up for you, okay? Now, that Muscles, Macros, Mindset program, I have been spending the past couple of months revamping that program. Now it's called Rebirth, Muscles, Macros, Mindset, Rebirth, because I've interwoven some shamanic healing, because I learned I had hundreds and hundreds of women who ran through that program, and the only ones who could keep the weight off were the ones who were doing the inner work, because extra weight is just energy. As we release that energy, the weight comes off effortlessly. You know that. We've all been there where, we try to lose a little bit of weight and it's like, oh, yeah, it's awesome. It's moving. This is great. And then other times we try to lose a little bit of weight and it's like, oh my God, I'm trying everything. What is going on here? How come it's not moving? It's because it's energy that needs to be moved. It's not just the physical weight, but the energy of it. The physical weight is just a manifestation of the energetic issues. So we start that on January the 12th. So that's incredible. We've already got some women signed up. I'm super excited. And what I love so much about it is that those who join the Rebirth program, they get access to the Sacred Self-Empowered Community membership for 3 months for the 12 weeks. So and get access to these extended readings as well, which is great. Let's see what will help the Gemini collective to align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest timeline, their highest destiny in the month ahead, please. Hey, we've got 2 messages here for you. Okay, new door, beautiful. So there are new opportunities coming your way. There are, again, number 1 year, and look at this. This is card number 46. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. This is the number 1 card, just like the number 1 year. There are new opportunities coming your way this month. You have to be opportunity ready. And if you're stuck in your head here, if you're not taking the time out to celebrate yourself, to see how far you've come, if you're being your own inner critic, if you're being your own biggest bully, then you might not see these opportunities. So you have to be opportunity ready, okay? And then I'm also getting connection. You're very connected to the heavenly realm. So this card tells me that your spirit guides and allies are trying to guide you through. They're trying to lead you in the right direction. They're trying to lead you to these new opportunities. But as I mentioned earlier, are you listening? This year is really about connecting with your own intuition. And listen, we all have intuitive gifts. We are all psychic. Our intuition is just like any other muscle. So the more we exercise it, the stronger it gets. But if we ignore it, if we don't trust it, if we don't take action on the intuitive messages that we get, then the weaker it gets, right? Our intuition will atrophy just like our muscles will atrophy if we don't use them. So this is saying that your spirit guides and allies, they want to help you. They want to guide you. They want to help you course correct. They want to make sure that you're on the right path, your highest timeline. But you've got to listen. And remember, our intuition speaks to each and every one of us differently. Sometimes we have multiple intuitive gifts. Sometimes there's one that's more powerful than the other. We all have that clear cognizance, that strong inner knowing. You don't know how you know things, you just know them. Trust that. Some of us see images in our meditations. You might be in the shower with your eyes closed and you can see visions and imagine things. And when you meditate and journey, it's easy for you to have visuals. Some people hear. Often when I hear my clairaudience, it comes in my left ear. It doesn't come in the right. It just comes in the left for some reason. The left side is the receiving side. Sometimes we get a strong physical sensation. We can feel spirits. Sometimes we get a gut feeling or a sense. All of these are valid. And again, you may have a combination, excuse my dogs in the background. You may have a combination of some or all of these intuitive gifts, or you may have 1 or 2 that are more prevalent. There's no right or wrong here, but what this is saying is that your spirit guides, your spirit allies, God, source, the universe, your higher self, your angels, your ancestors, ascended masters, they're trying to communicate with you. We all have a spirit guide team, okay? And our spirit guide team consists of whatever spirit guides and allies are ready and willing to work with us at the time. And they are wanting to come forward for you. Let's get a final message for the Gemini Collective before we move into the extended reading. Now, if you're resonating with this so far, please do hit that like button. You guys know how the algorithm works. The more people who like this video, the more people who will see it. The more people who see it, the more likely I am to show up again in the future. And let me know down in the comments, is this resonating with you? Have you been feeling into your intuitive gifts? Have you been exploring them, expanding them? Do you feel like you're in the soup right now? And can you see how everything that's happening in your outer world is a direct reflection of what's going on the inside? And if you're new to my energy and you are feeling into this, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It's a great way that you can support the channel for free. And if you would like to support the channel in other ways, then of course you can join me on the extended reading as well. So I'll make sure to have the link down below for that. I'll clarify each and every one of these cards, and then I'll also pull some cards from the Raise Your Vibration Oracle and Finding Inner Peace as well. So what more does the Gemini Collective need to know, please? Okay, I'm getting core values, and I wonder if some of you may have some strong Taurus placements. If I'm not mistaken, or not Taurus, I believe it was Pisces. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this was the primary energy for Pisces. So what the core values card is saying is that this is a really important time for you to reflect on what truly is important to you. What are your core values? What are the things that you absolutely 100% stand for? And what are the things that you absolutely 100% are against? And are you aligning with your core values? Are the actions that you're taking aligned with your core values in each and every day? Are the thoughts that you choose to give power to in alignment with your core values? Are you showing up in alignment with your core values day to day, with other people, with yourself? You know, if one of your core values is that health is the utmost importance, but you're ignoring your body, you're ignoring the cues, you're not drinking enough water, you're not getting enough sleep, you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables, you're not eating enough protein, you're not moving enough, you're eating too much junk food, then are you actually showing up in alignment with your core values? Not really, right? If one of your core values is honesty, but you're saying no when you really want to say yes, and you're saying yes when you really don't want to do something, then are you actually aligning with your core values? You're not. So there is an opportunity this month for you to explore what are your core values and how can you show up more in alignment with them. Because once again, Gemini, once you get out of the soup, you're going to emerge as the beautiful butterfly. And there are plentiful new opportunities on the other side of that door. So I'm really excited for what this has in store for you. And I cannot wait to dive a little bit deeper into it for you in the extended reading. I will see you over there.